There it is. All right. We are here. We are live. We're right outside the front door to the first annual New Orleans Paracon. Of course, the year is 2026 for all you time travelers. Anybody welcome to the show. Every country, all over the United States, foreign countries, ships at sea, welcome to All Access Network TV and the New Orleans Paracon. With me, a spokesman from the Gettysburg Museum. Is that correct?
Museum of Haunted Objects. That's correct.
Museum of Haunted Objects, right here. Could you tell us exactly what you have?
Exactly, can. So my name is Daniel Kulik. I'm from Gettysburg Museum of Paranormal Objects and Haunted Objects. Gettysburg Museum of Haunted Objects, actual official name. But we are the collectors of the paranormal, haunted, spooky, weird objects and things. So we have a little bit of everything in our museum. It's been collected over about 40 years worth.
Wow.
So Jolene Spooky Riley is the owner of Gettysburg Museum of Haunted Objects and has been in the paranormal community for talking with spirits and everything her entire life. But really as a professional, it's been almost 20 years probably, just about. And when people collect things, a lot of times they just see something neat. They go to a thrift shop or they go antiquing and they find something neat, or all of a sudden something just not right. And people will contact her and say, all right, I have something that might be haunted or might be not good or anything else. We want rid of it. Can you take it off our hands and take care of it? Because they don't know who to reach out to.
Right.
So then she's been collecting these things over the years, and it just became time where people were asking about objects. People were interested in that sort of thing. They wanted to do investigations with them. So it's like, okay, why don't we put these things on display for people to actually see it, educate them, and talk to them about it, and make it not so scary, make it more of an educational experience. Because in our field, it's kind of all we know is we don't know. And it seems like the more we know, the less we know. So this is the first time ever here in New Orleans that we've taken objects outside of the museum on a traveling display, and we brought a little bit of everything. We bought a Munford farm that was actually used for surgeries during the Battle of Gettysburg and from the Civil War. We have things from different continents. We have a Nigerian doll, an African doll. We have our face mask. We have everything from a coffin bell. And back in the day when you would pass away, they were afraid that they'd bury you alive and accidentally. Right. So they'd tie a string to your finger and it would go up to a bell that would sit up top. And if that bell would ring, they knew to dig you up. Could you imagine your job as a graveside keeper to listen for bells all day long?
Well, it's not as bad as waking up underground.
I guess that's true.
With a bell tied to your finger. You said.
So I'm half deaf, licensed explosives guy in the past, and a lot of booms next to me. And all I hear is ringing, tinnitus.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine me trying to take care of a cemetery, and all I hear is ringing already, and then trying to listen for a bell ringing. I think I'd be lost.
Yeah, you just think it was additional ringing. So what did you do in the military?
I wasn't actually in the military. So I got hit by a car in 4th grade and had 2 reconstructive surgeries on my right leg. The military recruiter's like, well, just don't disclose that. That's perfectly fine. No. Like when you go through MEPS, they're like, why do you have skin grafts? Why do you have this? Why do you have that? Oh, and I lied on my application now. Ooh. I perjured myself that I didn't have any problems. Now I do. Yeah, not such a good thing. So what I did was my dad and my uncle got me into 4th of July and fireworks and blowing things up for fun.
Yes.
We would giggle and laugh and have fun. And then when I became 18, my hometown would have a big fireworks show for the Fireman's Carnival. And I went up to the gentleman who was shooting the show and say, how do I get into shooting fireworks, big fireworks like this, professional stuff? He's like, well, turn 21, get a CDL with hazmat driver's license, and come see me. Come, dude, we'll hire you on the spot. As long as you got a CDL with hazmat, you got a clean head, we can train you, you're good to go.
So you got hired.
So I got hired. And I started doing explosives and special effects, and then I got my own explosive license and started doing that myself. And found out when I moved to Gettysburg that there is a company there that does explosives and training for military and first operative special operators and also first responders, like bomb squad guys and things of
Right.
that nature. And I became friends with them. And that's how kind of the explosive side came to be. The paranormal side, I kind of got into it because that growing up in a house where a little boy died in a house fire next door,
Right.
and used to have experiences with him growing up as a little kid, and it used to scare the hell out of me. So I kind of blocked, I think, that out of my system, but still doing paranormal investigations and walking tours in Gettysburg for over 12 years, talking about spirits, talking about, and the more we're out there, the more people like, can you deal with this thing? I don't want it anymore. Like one of the objects we brought here is the amputation board I talked about. There's a decanter.
Mm-hmm.
So it's basically a bottle wrapped in human skin that a guy who collected the macabre kind of things, and he passed away. His kids didn't want it. So all of a sudden they started having all kinds of crazy things and noises coming out of the garage. And they found the decanter there. Who the hell brought this thing? Like, we don't want this.
Mm-hmm.
And so they donated it to Jolene at the museum and said, like, yeah, who would collect that sort of things? There's a lot of people out there that do.
How do you store them? You put salt on them or under glass, or?
There's a little bit of everything depending on the energies and depending on like what we've done testing wise and the stories behind it, whether it's something a little bit more on the darker energy side, like the I don't say demonic because everybody says everything's demonic nowadays, right. But it's a lot of bad energy. It's like, okay, so yes, we do have some that are salt. We do have some that are put around. We use electromagnetic field. We have electromagnets around that are on constantly to try to keep that energy kind of pushed in versus coming out. Some things we call behind the vault. It's like the more bigger energy things that we kind of keep separated from all the other stuff, just because the more you interact with it, it seems like the more energy that and more aggressive it gets. So we don't want people interacting with it constantly, because I always tell folks, if you want to find out you have ghosts in your house and you start talking to them and they realize, hey, wait, you can hear me. You're now they're like chatter. It gets worse.
That's true.
So you got to be careful what you wish for.
Have you felt any ghosts in this building?
I have not felt anything ghost wise with the museum. The one corner that I'm at, I keep getting my back muscles spasming, and it's only in that corner when I have my back turned towards it. So the one corner, and it's almost like the objects in that corner is like, what are you doing? Don't have your back to me. And it's like trying to like poke me or grab a hold of me. Oh, it's only one corner. I was talking about it to the folks earlier. We were walking, and then I was like, hey. He looked at me like my back went, like, did they grab him? All that? Like, yeah, we saw your back twitch and that happened. Like, even thinking about it, my back's getting achy. But that's the only thing paranormal wise that I felt. But I'm not a clairvoyant. I don't to say that I'm a clairvoyant or a psychic or anything. One young lady said all she hears is screaming in this room, a lot of screaming. And I said, well, my ears are constantly ringing. She said, well, maybe that's your body's reaction to the ringing gets louder on that side. She said, maybe that's the screaming. Maybe that's your body reacting to the energy.
Can't argue with that theory.
You can't argue with the theory, no. Mm-hmm. But the museum there in Gettysburg, we're right along Steinway Avenue. So that's kind of where what we call no man's land, in between the Confederacy and the Union soldiers fighting during that time. And you put that along with all these objects, and you put all the energy together, and it's kind of like they feed off each other.
Oh, wow.
And it makes it a unique experience. Now, again, this is the first time taking the objects outside of the museum and bringing them here to New Orleans.
This is the first time?
First time ever outside of there.
You've never taken them anywhere else?
Nope. This is the first time we've done a traveling exhibit.
Well, honor for Christopher and Jennifer Talley.
Hell yeah.
So,
and we're proud to be here, and we've had a really good experience. Folks have really enjoyed it, said you did a really nice job on your setup, which, we appreciate all the positive feedback. We did have a couple things like, hey, if you do this a little bit better, it might be a little bit easier for us. And like, you know what, that kind of makes sense. Like the one gentleman was like, reading is not my forte. And some of the stories are long. Mm-hmm. And that's why us tour guides are there to tell you. I tell you the story. Right. You don't have to read it. I can tell you the stories about, people. That's just a short little blurb of this is where it came from. This is who it's donated by. And this is their story. These are the testing that we did. This is what we did with, voice recorders, electronic field detectors, dowsing rods, hitting them with different lights, different frequencies of sound, different, to see just what we can get and to see how it reacts with us. Some things they say, we got a lot of evidence. Other things, we didn't get much. So this is their story. This is like, we have a chair there from the Ford's Theater when Abraham Lincoln was assassinated, was shot. Obviously, he didn't die there in the theater, but something tragic happened there in the theater. Right. And we have one of the authentic original chairs that was there during that time. Wow. It was a quote unquote a witness chair. Like in Gettysburg, we have witness trees, which were actually standing during the Battle of Gettysburg. This is a witness chair that was there, and it was on the bottom level. So we're kind of like down to the orchestra level, where the higher price chairs up top are wrapped in red velvet, and they have plushy chairs. Okay. Down below are wooden chairs. That's where the peon sat. Like that's where I would sit. You know, I can't afford that kind of thing.
Fortunately, we got kind of cushy chairs here.
Yeah, they are kind of, are they?
Thanks to the hotel here. Thanks to Christopher Talley, because he let me have these chairs.
Yeah.
And a table.
Yeah. And for a first time conference like this that he's put on, I think he's done a stellar job. I think they did a really good job of setting up everything. It's not like anybody's hidden or anything of that sort. If you want to walk through and you want to see John Zaffis, he's right there.
Yep. You want to came out the door a while ago and I spoke to him.
If you want to see Patty Negri, she's right there. Oh, by the way, you want to see Jason Voorhees? He's right here in the corner too.
Yes.
He's going to be in full costume here in about an hour or so.
Wow.
So he's going to be here taking pictures in the full Jason getup, and everybody's like, "Why aren't you?" He's like, "I can't wear that costume all day." He's like, "I'd die." He said, "It's heavy, it's sweaty, it's hot." He's like, "No, I'll put it on for an hour, take pictures with you folks. So you can come on out and get a picture with Jason Voorhees."
All right.
Yeah.
So are you going to tour any more Paracons?
We would like to. So this is our first shot at it, just to see how it goes, to see how people react to it, even with the artifacts. Now that they've been here in New Orleans, now taking them back to Gettysburg and putting them back there, maybe it's going to piss them off. Maybe they're like, we don't want to be here anymore. We liked it better out doing, interacting with other people or interacting with other energies. Again. You never know. So we'd like to obviously put it out there that if anybody wants to invite us out and have us at another con or anything else to bring the objects out, love to be a part of it.
Well, that's kind of a hint to anybody who's doing a Paracon. Where can they contact you?
The Gettysburg Museum of Haunted Objects.com. So click a little contact link there, and that'll go to Jolene Spooky Riley, Spooky Rocks the Tour at gmail.com. And she's the owner and founder of the museum, and contact us directly, and we'll be able to hook you guys up. And again, already committed for next year right here in New Orleans.
You will be back.
We will be back.
All right. I'll be back. And maybe we can do this again.
As they say, the God willing and the creek don't rise, right?
Oh, well, here's the river. Because we do it next year, maybe June, maybe.
Right.
It's hurricane season.
Correct.
You got to look out.
Right.
Any tropical disturbance can ruin.
That's correct.
You're very wet.
New Orleans and Louisiana has had a little bit of that. That's passed.
Yes, had a few hurricanes here. And don't wear flip-flops or open-toed shoes. Street gravy. It's a hazard.
This morning was rough. The paints were, let's just say that the streets were crunchy.
Yeah, you don't want to get your feet wet on the streets. Trust me.
And I don't know what kind of infections you get from that sort of stuff.
Nobody does.
Oh,
because sometimes the water comes
sepsis
out green, green, gray, yellow. Yeah. Sometimes it glows in the dark.
That gives me heebie-jeebies even thinking about it.
Yes. All right. How long are you gonna be open today till it's over with?
So today we're here till 5 p.m. and then we're gonna hopefully cordon back all the objects back into their little containers to hopefully keep them at bay until we can get them back to Pennsylvania, and we're on the road and driving back.
What?
Bye
bye. Bye
bye.
Hello.
Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye bye.
Yes, we are so done.
Bye bye. He's done with this already.
Yes, I'm done already. Goodbye.
Bye bye.
Bye.